আপনার যেটা শেষ ছবি ছিল অ্যাজ এ প্রডিউসার, লাল সিং চাড্ডা, সেটার একটা অদ্ভুত ব্যাপার, সেটা বক্স অফিসে কাজ করেনি, কিন্তু যখন সেটা এলো ওটিটিতে এভরিওয়ান লাভড ইট। সো এই সমীকরণটা আপনি কিভাবে দেখেন? মানে এটা কি করে পসিবল হতে পারে যে সিনেমাটা লোকে গিয়ে পর্দায় পছন্দ করছে না, সেটা ওটিটিতে পছন্দ করছে? অ্যান্ড how much it was heartbreaking for you and Amir for the Lal Singh Chaddha?
Yeah, it was very heartbreaking because it was a film for Amir even more so because he had chased the rights of that film for 10 years. He had put so many years of his life into it. He would love the story, and actually the script was very, very beautiful. So it broke all our hearts when it didn't do well, I have to admit that. But the fact that it did so well on OTT, it really speaks for how audience perception or what audiences are expecting from cinemas. It speaks to that, rather than about the film itself. People, I think, I'm not sure, but they are accustomed to having at their fingertips the choices of so many kinds of cinema that they will arrive on that night at what they like. And when they come to the cinema, there is a certain lens with which they want to view the content there. And if it doesn't fit that, you don't have the option of switching channels. You're there to with a certain degree of expectation. And so it's a much more sort of strong reaction, which you would have been like, theek hai, if you were watching it on OTT, but on the big screen, you're like, angry almost or upset or you don't like it. So I feel like having the choice of OTT has sort of changed viewers' habits and maybe our expectations from what cinema can do for you a little bit. Maybe it's something that I'm trying to break with this film, but it's very, very hard to shake. That cinemas need to give you a certain kind of experience, and if they don't, I'm not so sure. Also, it had taken so much time to make that the hype maybe weighed the film down. People were already had heard about the film for 2 years. Yeah. So many things went against us. The film, people, like a lot of people, just didn't relate to the film or didn't relate to the characters in the film. It's something that we are still trying to understand where we went wrong. Yeah, and it was difficult for us to kind of deal with that because it was a big film. It was a film coming after so many years of expectation, so it was a bit heartbreaking.
Told that it's his dream project.
It was his dream project, absolutely. In fact, I've always maintained that, look, and so does he, that actually your reward is in making a film that you are happy with, but it's really your reward is in having a great experience making the film. How the film does actually is really never in your hands, and like you said, 1 year later on OTT or 6 months or 2 months later on OTT it does better. So what can you do?
বাংলার আওয়াজ, বাঙালির আবেগ, জি 24 ঘন্টা।